Hey everybody, WCWA Bossman here, and this is a response to the video of Crazy Mike 1706. And in the video that he did, he talked about something that I've been waiting for people to talk about. And I didn't want to bring it up myself because I am a small indie promoter and I didn't want to come off as whiny or bitchy. But this has always been my issue with the business. And as Mike brought up, why do people feel the need to prove how big their balls are by trying to put competition out of business? I never understood this, and apparently Crazy Mike is right there with me. Because I never understood, even on the indie level, where you might have a couple promotions in one area, and one starts up, and one that's been established but doesn't work in that area, so to speak, gets all bent out of shape because you're in their territory, but yet they've never worked there. It creates bigger fan bases when you have companies in the same area or the same general vicinity, because if a fan thinks it's too far to go to one, but it's just down the street to go to the other, they're going to go to the other. And most of the time, different companies, if they don't book on each other's dates, which always used to annoy the hell out of me, the same level of performers usually work on the different promotion shows. So you're still using a lot of the same talent and just trying to use them in different ways. And putting one Fed or company out of business creates less of a fan base. Because let's just say that the company that charges a little more for tickets and is a little farther away is the one that comes out the victor in the war, as they call them. You know, that doesn't necessarily mean that the fan of the one that was put out of business is going to drive that extra 15 miles or whatever to the other promotion. Doesn't mean they're going to pay the $5 extra to this other promoter to see the show. So, you know, it's not a good idea to hurt competition. There's a philosophy that I've had since I've been in the business that everybody's been against. And the philosophy I have is local promotions should work together to not only, of course, not compete against each other, but don't book on each other's dates, keep open communication, maybe combine storylines in a way of, if the storyline is on one show, continue it on the other promotion so that you both share the fan base, you both share the dollars, you both share the revenue, and wrestlers have another place to go. If they don't like what's going on in one, they can go to the other. Because you know what? There's so many wrestlers these days that have nowhere to go because there's only a handful of promotions in a certain area. And they don't like working for this one, or they don't like working for that one, or they've had a bad experience with that one, or a promoter cheated them out of money in the other one. So they have nowhere to go. So they end up wasting more money and more time going to other promotions out of state or wherever, and it pisses them off, and they decide, I don't want to be in the business anymore. It's not worth it. I'm not making any money, and I'm just spending most of my time on the road. So Mike, I totally agree with your statements. I don't understand why promoters see the need to do this. I think it's just, and honestly, it's a male-dominated business, and I personally think that people just get better. It's a primal instinct for men. Somebody's in my territory. I gotta do something about it. That's what I think it is. I've never reacted that way. You know, when I was in Southington, Connecticut, I promoted there, and the only reason why other promotions in the area weren't allowed to work in the venues were because of mistakes they had made and problems they had caused that I worked through and talked to the venue people about. So simply, competition isn't a bad thing, and I wish promoters would wake up and realize this, because it would make businesses and territories and areas so much better if there weren't these pseudo wars. Because a lot of these promoters treat them like mafia wars, and it's not fun. It's stupid. Because it hurts business, it hurts talent, and it drives smart, young, wrestling-oriented people away from the business because they don't want to be part of the bullshit. So just think about that. Think about what Mike said, and think about what I'm saying now. Why do we do this to each other? It's not needed. All right? Thanks. Bye.